what we have learned in Slovenia, along with 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗃 𝗪𝗃𝗲. She's also a country co-chair from December on. And together, I think we make a perfect team to combine, to really co-create an eco-civilization in Slovenia. I would like just to check if you see my slide. Okay, thank you. So together we have in the last year organized or participated in 8 events. And I would just go through events because in each event we learned something new. The first one was in January, where we visited Marko's Pogačnik workshop. Marko Pogačnik, I think most of you already know him because he was also already taking part of Ecocivilisation meetings. He is the UN Ambassador for Peace. And at his workshop, we learned that the Earth is creating also a philosphere, not just atmosphere, not just other spheres, but also philosphere. It means that Earth is creating also a field of love. So the profound resonance of love, as you put it, Violeta, it is here, and we hope that it will prevail in the future. So this was the first event. The second we were taking part of in a very active form also was, of course, Connectathon. And together with 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗃, we invited our interlocutors from Norway, Germany, and Slovenia to explore how our ancestors were good in conflict resolutions. And from that on, we saw that we can learn a lot from our ancestors. And before we deployed this learning, we also took part of the new water governance paradigm, where we also learned a lot from a global scale and saw what we can bring to Slovenia. From the Connectathon, we saw how important it is to reconnect with the wisdom of our ancestors. And so we started to organize storytelling Mondays. And we started to invite people together in person because we saw this need to be in relationships, to be able to be interactive, to be able to hug each other and so on. And really the response was nice because on this first Storytelling Monday, we got 34 participants. Mind you, Slovenia is more than 8 times smaller than Chile. So take these numbers into consideration, not to mention India. And at that Storytelling Monday, we learned not only that Slovenia also had shamans, but that we also had our name for them, which was Kresnik. And we learned also about the name for wise women, Baba. So we started to use Baba more frequently with the respect for the wisdom that also women are carrying. And of course, then in August, you all heard that we experienced devastating floods in Slovenia. And also the Ecocivilisation team went in different occasions to help to really help to restore at least some of the consequences of this flood. And this was the picture how we had one company. Then in the autumn, in the Connectathon again, we were talking about rites of passages. And again, together with 𝗵𝘃𝗲, we were inviting people from Slovenia and from Sami, really on the north of Europe, to share what were the rites of passage in our cultures. And at that time, technology didn't cope to really convey all the wisdom we wanted to convey. So we decided that we need to convey this wisdom in person again. And the next meeting we organized was a meeting to talk about rites of passages also with our ancestors in Slovenia. And again, we invited people to come in person. We have 41 participants at that time, and saw how people are eager to be engaged in a dialogue. And from that on, we saw what were really the lessons learned, and how we can expand the circle of co-creators. Because when we invited people from LinkedIn, through emails, to be co-creators, there was really not a good response. But then we saw, if we create opportunities where they can meet, where they can engage, where they can be in a dialogue with others, then with this, we create personal connections, and with this, trust arises. So after the events organized in the last year, we were able to invite new active members. And this invitation was also kind of learning together, how do we co-create this eco-civilization movement? Because we saw, and we all need to understand that this is not something based on the old structures. And sometimes it is hard to explain people that nobody wants to tell them what to do. They need to find what is their passion, what they want to be involved in. And this takes time also to explore together what are the new possibilities of co-creation. And we got a response. Some of new members were prepared to be co-creators of the story. Of course, we organized a meeting with them. And today, the picture of active members in Slovenia looks like this, together, of course, with 𝗵𝘃𝗲 and me. And we are proud that we have also first man member. And our lesson learned is also that we need to have additional roles for people that are not in a position already to be active members, but they would like to be involved. They would like to be supportive of the movement, although at this moment they don't want to take responsibility to lead or to organize something from themselves. And also from lessons learned, we know what are our intentions for this year. We don't make plans, we just set intentions. And the first meeting will be again with 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗍. And note what is the topic of this year's workshop: the rising star of female values. The other intention is that we will support the innovativity in rural areas. And this is something that is organized by FAO on the International Day of Forests. Then in person, we will continue with these events on rites of passages, and we will create meetings also in other Slovenian regions. We also want to be included in rising awareness of biological depreciation, because we don't return to nature 100%. We return only less than 40% of what we exploit from nature. And in September, we want to support and create opportunity to read in the forest. This is Slovenian initiative, and we invite you to read along with us. So combine books and the forest. And one of our new members, she is, her intention is that she will involve more in national development of children and motherhood. And one project that is already running is Vocabulary to Thrive, with 52 words for 52 weeks in this year. Thank you for your attention.